Welcome to Monster Tutorials. Today is a dollar store Halloween prop challenge and we are making this. It's a horror teddy bear. Let's get started. If you saw the vlog before, I'm going to start doing this occasionally where I go to the dollar store and out of the stuff that they sell there try to make a prop using just stuff from that store. So this is what I got. Sort of like fake scar. It says fake scar. Some forks. I know, right? You guys figured it out. 3 things of nail polish. So I got pink, like a blood red color, and white. Some of these glass gems and a dollar store teddy bear. Well, some of you guessed it, we're making a horror teddy bear or a zombie teddy bear, whatever you want to call it. So these are the materials I'll be using. I spent $6. And the idea is to turn this into like a creepy teddy bear like those I've seen some on Pinterest that look pretty cool. Right, first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take the gems. I'm going to pick 2 very round ones because these things vary a lot in shape. I'm going to be making some eyes with these, so make sure you pick the ones that have the smooth back. Since these are drops of like molten glass, sometimes they have creases or cracks on the bottom that don't let you see through. This one's clear. I paid $1 for this whole thing and I'm only using 2. So if you do another prop challenge, dollar store prop, and you have these at home, you already paid for them, so you can use these. So I'm going to save these and I'm going to save the nail polish too for other props. Okay, so I got these 2 and I'm going to go ahead and paint them with the pink. So I'm going to make some pink eyes like rabbits have. Right. 1 and 2. Let those dry. Open these forks. I'm going to use these for claws and teeth on the bear. So one thing that I'm going to do is paint them with this white nail polish. That way it has the color of a tooth. And this one, it says it glows in black light. So this might be cool after all. If you put it in front of a black light, that thing might glow. Now for the claws, you can leave it like this chrome color and it will be like Wolverine or like you know, Freddy Krueger, or you can just paint them in a color. Unfortunately, I only have white, red, and pink, so I'm going to maybe make the nails white for the teddy bear. So I'm going to paint all these guys, not the whole thing, just the tips, the parts that you're going to use for your bear. Right, I want the claws to be really long, so I'm going to paint these all the way to the bottom. The teeth are not going to be that long. I'm going to use 2 more for the teeth. I want a lot of teeth. And on this one, just the tips. Right, I'm going to let this top side dry. Set these here with the eyes. Alright, time to butcher this thing. I don't like this bow, so I'm going to cut this bow off. There you go. That is gone. Now I'm going to cut this whole area out. Right, there's the snout. I'm gonna set it aside just in case. There's the face of our bear. not much of a face left. Now I'm going to remove these eyes. Right, I'm gonna move the stuffing away into the body and we'll move it back up in a minute. And I gotta find out where the eyes are on this thing. Right, there's one eye. Oh, you know, that's how they did these, so cut that off. Right, there's one eye. And where's the other one? Ah, there's the other eye. Cut that one out too. Alright, eyes are gone. And trim some of this extra stuff that is just sticking out. I went ahead and flipped these guys over and painted the other side white. So I did that with these and with these, so they're white on both sides. Okay, so they're drying. Now for this gap, turned out a little bit bigger than I thought, but that's fine, we can always improvise. I'm taking the snout and I'm flipping it inside out, and I'm going to glue the very tip of it to the very back of the head through the inside. I'm trying to make a funnel there where the mouth is going to be. So, a drop of hot glue. And, alright, so that's glued in there. Now I'm just going to open it. Basically we're inverting. It used to stick out, and now we want it to go into the mouth. And for that I'm just putting like a drop of hot glue here. And then gluing this there like that, and I'm going to do that all around. So I'm going to glue this side to here and the bottom to here until it goes all the way around. Now if I knew how to sew, I would sew all this all the way around, but I'm not very good with sewing, and I didn't buy any thread at the dollar store. Something I probably should have bought. Alright, so that's glued in there inside out and going in instead of sticking out. Alright, next step. I think I'm going to use these guys right here. They're supposed to be fake scars, right? So I'm just going to make a cut on the back and then glue this in there. I'm just cutting the hair a little bit along the back so it's a little easier to work with and a little bit more visible. Right there, and now let's just cut a hole right to the back as long as this cut is. I'm going to remove this out of here first. I'm trimming it a little bit, it's just huge. Right there, so let's make a cut straight down the back. Alright, so that all I'm going to do is just slide it in there and then hot glue it in place. Right, now this side. It has a nice gash in the back. At the end we're going to touch it up with a pink and blood red. Right, the back wound is done. Let's do one on the front. I'm going to go diagonal on this one, like that. So I'm just going to repeat what I did in the back, so you know exactly what I'm doing. Okay, he has a wound on his stomach now, and we'll touch it up with nail polish later. Let's work on this thing right here. This is like a mouth, I suppose. I'm going to put some hot glue in there, a very thin layer, so that it's nice and rubbery on the inside. So I'm pretty much coating it with hot glue. And just make it random so it's nice and lumpy. There you go. I'm going to trim some of the hair around the mouth. Right, I'm going to paint all the inside with the pink. Let that dry. While that dries, I'm going to cut out the teeth. So I'm just going to grab these 4 times and break all the teeth. Alright, so there's the teeth. I have some short ones here, about 8 of them, and 8 long ones. Now let's go ahead and cut the claws, because that's still drying. These come with, it looks like 2 fat ones and 2 skinny ones. So if you want to do like the feet fat, take these 2 on one and the 2 skinny ones on the other. Alright, that is done. Got claws right here. Teeth right there. And let's see if this is dry yet. Yeah. Still drying. So in the meantime, let's go ahead and touch up all these wounds. And for that, just take your blood color and just go at it. I'm going to do that back too. It's a nasty gash right there. Right, let this dry and then we'll set up the teeth. Well, I know, while all that stuff is drying, get this guy. I'm going to cut the fur off of 2 spots here for the eye. So you got to decide where you want him, right in the front, on the sides, wherever. And I think it's going to go right here. Just cut a circle there. Try to get as close as possible to the fabric. Right, there's 1 and right, let's test fit those eyes. This guy looks so weird. Alright, that is perfect. Let's glue the eyes on. Right, there's 1 and then perfect right there. So let's get the other eye. Looking pretty creepy right there. Alright, so we got the pink eyes and you can just trim around it. Alright, let's do the teeth now. So I got some long teeth and some short teeth. Oh, for the teeth I'm just taking some pincers and the glue gun. I'm going to start with the short ones on the inside. I'm going to put a little bit of glue and put it right there. There's that first set of teeth on the inside, and now we're going to put these long ones on the outside. So it's like 2 sets of teeth. Get that mouth full of teeth. Now we can touch that up with some of that bright red color to make it look like blood too in here. Alright, let's do the claws. And for that I'm just going to cut the hair on the ends of each of the two hands and the feet. Right, so this skinny one's for the hand. Right, I'm just going to glue them where I think they should go, so maybe like 4 on top and 1 on the bottom like a thumb. I mean 3 on the top and 1 on the bottom, sorry, it's 4 per paw. I'm going to do the foot, and then what I'll do is I'll repeat on this hand what I did on this one, and then on this one what I did on this one. There's your foot, so it'll sit like that, and this one is the hand. Let's do these two. So the claws are glued, right? So now I'm just going to touch up the inside of the mouth and the teeth with a little bit of the red nail polish so it looks like blood. The same with the claws, and on both scars on the front and back with blood, and we should be almost done with this guy. I'm gonna get the edges of the mouth here just to define it a little bit more, since I didn't have the way to make some lips. So it's just bloody edge right here. Right, and the base of the claws. A little bit on the claws themselves. Just random. Alright, and let's get these scars real bloody. Alright, flip him over and let's do the scar in the back, and this guy should be pretty much done. Ready for his glamour shots. And this guy is done. Let's see how it turned out. Well, there you have it. There is our horror teddy bear made from dollar store items. So if you think this is a cool challenge, give it a thumbs up. If you think it's a cool project, share it. Subscribe if you haven't. This was really, really cool, so I think I'm going to do it again. Many times I have some ideas. Some of you guys wrote like make zombie flamingos and some miniature scenes. Oh, the gears are turning. So I want to see yours too. So if you have done any dollar store challenge, don't forget to tag me on Instagram. My username is below, or use any of the hashtags below, or just upload it to my Facebook page. That address is below as well. So until next time, I'm Eduardo Talbert with Monster Tutorials. I'll see ya.